I thought this was just going to be another job, but I didn't expect it to shift the way I see what's possible for my life. I noticed how small details take me back to a different version of myself.
It's raining. Didn't expect it to rain.
I didn't really know where I was going. I was just showing up and figuring it out as I went. Oh my god, look at this. This is an elevator. Look at this elegance. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I just met this person who I actually know because I met him before COVID. It's the only familiar face here.
Long time no see.
I know, and he looks great.
Thank you, so do you.
Thank you.
We took care of ourselves, so.
Yep. But this place is amazing, and he says he already had a gig here. You had a gig here, right?
Yes.
For HBO, you said?
Yeah, it was for a show called Succession.
Yeah, hopefully they can hear it here because it's kind of loud. So it's gorgeous. Stunning.
Even in spaces that feel elevated or unfamiliar, there are still real human connections. There's something about working with people who match your energy. It changes everything. I remember walking through these spaces and noticing how much care lives in the details. Nothing felt rushed, nothing felt accidental. Everything felt considered. And I kept thinking about how different that feels. When you're used to moving through life quickly, figuring things out as you go, there was a part of me that felt like this kind of space is so far removed from where I am. And another part of me that quickly knew it isn't.
Who are you gonna dial?
Being here didn't feel like I was stepping into something I don't belong in. It felt like I was being shown what's possible when life is built with intention.
Yes, I think
And the more time I spent there, the more it started to feel less like something distant and more like something I could grow into.
Calm down, sir. It's not that serious. Right? It's not that serious, sir. Like, you too. Stop talking. I can't deal. Right?
I noticed two women meeting outside, dressed in this quiet kind of elegance. They looked at each other from a distance, one of them standing right next to Moonbird, and it made me think about how certain things don't really change. The way we meet people we care about, the places we return to, the small moments that stay familiar. And maybe it's not the place that defines us, but the way we move through it.
What? This one? Yeah. Which movie? Home Alone?
That's the best part.
On these stairs, the movie Home Alone was filmed. I've seen these stairs before, just not from this perspective. And being here, I couldn't help but think about how something can feel so far away until one day I find myself standing right in it.
It was here, this way. I know, I'm positive.
I walked through a few rooms at first, spaces meant for events, for people to gather. This is where we were setting up, where we kept our things, where some of my coworkers were going to be working from. I wasn't staying in this part. I was just passing through it. But as I kept going, everything started to feel a little more refined. I started noticing the details more, how nothing felt random, everything felt considered. And then we went downstairs. And that's when I really slowed down. I kept looking at the ceilings, the doors, the murals. I could tell this wasn't just designed, it was created. It didn't feel new, it felt preserved. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I realized I wasn't just looking at it, I was allowing myself to be there. I wasn't questioning it, I wasn't shrinking in it, I was just present inside it.
Each door has a different artwork on it. Look at this elephant. Ah, there's a horse right there. What is that?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So this is my lunch for today. My husband prepared it for me because I was rushing this morning. So we split up the work. I did some and he made my lunchbox. Avocado with tomatoes, ribs, and rice, which he prepared yesterday. So I can eat today. And himself. Being here, I kept thinking about how many people had been in that same space before me, celebrating, gathering, making important community and life decisions, marking moments that probably meant everything to them at the time. And now, I'm able to witness it in a moment in my own life, one that will, in time, reveal its own importance. The Plaza Hotel was built in 1907, and somehow, all of that time still lives inside these rooms. In the terrace room, I remember looking up at these crystal chandeliers, inspired by the ones in the Versailles. And in that moment, it felt like more than just decoration. They felt like a symbol of growth, of expansion, of a life built with intention. The way they reflected the light, it made me think about how, when you allow yourself to shine, it doesn't stay contained, it expands, it reaches everything around it. And standing there, I couldn't help but feel that same light exists in me too. And maybe it's not about becoming something new, but about allowing what's already there to fully shine.
Say hi. These two are cool, very cool. They're making my day. Including Orlando.
Yesterday was a hot mess around here, so it's good to see that they've taken care of it.
They took out the beds, right? They were beds.
This looks a lot better than yesterday. It's good to see.
Just of this, not of you. So beautiful. Thank you. Oh my God, look at this.
Oh, you will see that kind of in all rooms, and also on the elevator you will see also on the floor like the Plaza logo on the elevator floors, the guest elevator floors.
You gonna answer the phone?
Ring, ring, ring.
So cool. This one is actually I used to have as a kid, though when I was a kid, we used to
Yeah.
have the one.
use it.
It was annoying for me.
Why? No te sabía el número.
I couldn't tell if I was like, am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong? For me,
At some point, I learned that people actually live here. Not just visit, not just pass through, they built a life inside a place like this. And for a moment, I tried to imagine what that would feel like. And instead of it feeling impossible, it just felt unfamiliar. One of the things that I like is the way the carpet feels. The carpet is so nice. And the view. It is beautiful. Even the carpet under my feet, it slowed me down without me even realizing it. I could feel it in a way I was walking, in the way I was looking around. Like everything around me was asking me to move a little slower. And then I look outside, and the city is still moving, fast, loud, always going somewhere. And somehow, both of these worlds exist at the same time, the old and the new, and I'm just moving between them.
The people that work here. Wait a minute. Look, they have like Jackie O here. Hold on. Like that's, what's her name? Tina Turner, right? And then Marilyn. And that's Elizabeth Taylor. Right? Yeah. And then that's Elizabeth Taylor again. I think this is Audrey Hepburn, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Good.
All these are the Beatles, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You feel old right now because you're like, you know what you need.
No, I don't
Jackie
know.
O. I'm not sure who this is.
It's Scott Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Truman. I don't know, maybe it's Scott Fitzgerald. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, now I see why it's such a big deal.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know those people were here.
Wow.
Besides the whole
And after everyone walked away, I picked it up again. And for a second, I slowed down. I found myself looking at the details, the antiques, the art, everything that had been created before by someone. And then it all just kept going. Page after page. And suddenly, it wasn't just objects anymore. It was people. People who shaped history in politics, in entertainment, in the world we live in now. And it hit me that all of this was never as far away as I thought. It was just outside of what I see every day and what I've been allowing myself to see. Every time I walked up those stairs and moved through those hallways, passing these paintings, taking in each space, something in me started to shift. I felt almost unreal, like I was stepping into something I had only imagined before. And for a moment, I questioned it. Like, am I really here? And then I kept going. I reached the end of the hallway, opened the door, and stepped into the bathroom, and everything just stopped. No more doors, no more next space, just me standing in it. And that's when it landed. This is real. This is something I get to experience. Something my life can actually hold. Not just once, not just by chance, but in a way that doesn't feel far away anymore. But something I can actually live in my daily life. Do you guys want to take a shower here? Imagine doing number 2 with this view. It's incredible. Oops, I got closed in here. Oh, never mind. Oh my god, guys, there's a pool here. But it's closed. Is this a pool? No, it's not. Is it a pool? I can't tell. Look at this piece.
In the lobby, and then my boss else is ever gonna make it in town. We have the president in town today, so traffic's a little crazy right now.
Oh my god, all the bathrooms are the same.
Leaving the Plaza Hotel. As I stepped back outside, I wasn't just returning to my life. I was walking back into it, seeing it differently. The noise, the movement, everything was the same. But I wasn't. Something in me felt more grounded, more open, like I could see a version of my life that holds more care, more intention, more abundance. And it didn't feel distant anymore. It felt like something I could actually live in my daily life. And this was just the beginning. This is what I showed up in. It wasn't something I chose, but somehow it still felt like me. Simple, comfortable, easy to move in. And as I looked at myself, I realized it wasn't really about the outfit. It was about how I was showing up inside it. And today, I felt more settled, like I wasn't stepping into something new anymore, but stepping back into something I had already allowed myself to feel, just being in it a little more naturally.
So, I'm chatting over here with my partner, just beautiful lady, and we're talking about life and, woman stuff, and equality, and patriarchy and femininity, and our wardrobe. Look at my elegant look. Look at hers. She's miserable, to be honest with you. Everything's so tight and here I am, happy and free, and I make my own money, baby. If it wasn't for her husband, she couldn't even buy food. Imagine that. So she's my partner for the day. I think I have to do most of the work because she can barely move. Yeah, that's the reality. She can't even move. She can't even go to the bathroom by herself. Imagine that. Okay, so you see how fast I got up? Well, now I'm gonna go do the runarounds in the rooms, and she still hasn't even got up yet. Oh, she's so slow, man. Slow. In a fancy place, when you get served a coffee like this. Look at the spoon, it's so nice. This lady here is also having some coffee with me. But she can't ruin her makeup, so I'm gonna have it by myself. Cheers. Something I found really cool is this is how you flush the toilet here. Isn't that cool? You can also make a phone call. Personal phone call. Then go straight in the shower. Alright, time to wash my hands.
I started noticing the details even more. How much time and intention went into everything. And it made me think. Maybe life was harder, but more intentional. And being around that, it made me question the pace we live in now.
So we can see here that this was done digitally because you don't even see paintbrush strokes or literally anything. Even these little breakdowns are seem to be
It's done on purpose. An older painting will have a different look. Yeah. You could see the strokes, you can see it's a little bit old, you can, but this one, like even the color, like you can tell the color in between. That's a little bit. Nonetheless, I think it's a great, interesting thing because they actually, is it? It's kind of like trademark.
It's pouring out, but I got so lucky because I can just walk around. I'm not getting wet. I know there's a train entrance right over here. So literally like whole quarter there is an underpass like that. And this makes it excellent to get to the train station. I'm so grateful, otherwise I'll be so wet. Train, just not my train, but it's okay. I'm gonna transfer. This video, baby, come on. Early morning, 6 a.m. Actually 7 a.m.
The hours changed, I think.
Having my coffee and waiting for meetings to start. Can't touch that. It's a working phone. But I can feel fancy. Even here by the elevators. Yeah, I didn't take off. Ouch. This Okay, the truth is I'm bored. And my friend over there, she's of no help. She doesn't talk, she doesn't move, she doesn't help me with the work. She doesn't even want coffee. I don't know. Okay, someone is joining me for coffee. Hi. Oh my God. Cheers. Don't be jealous. I have a friend. Look at her. She's right there with me. Yeah. Cheers. That's right. My fun is ending. People are back.
last hour. And then going home. Ooh. How is the view here? Right here. Oh, there's a little park here.
By the end of it, nothing around me had really changed. The city was still the same, my life was still the same, but the way I experienced it, that felt different. I walked into those spaces thinking I was just there to work, and I left feeling like I had experienced something that shifted how I understand what's possible for me. Not something far away, not something reserved for someone else, but something I can step into more and more in my own life. And maybe it was never as far as it felt. I just had to allow myself to feel it.